Hey there. So this is my, I got another setup here, another angle, if you will, for shooting some videos. This setup, I want it to be for more serious talks. Okay, when I got something serious to say, all right, when I can look you dead in your eye and get serious. And is also for like when I do Zoom calls and different podcast things and other things that I participate in outside of doing videos on this platform here that we all call YouTube, because that's the name of it. It's YouTube. All right, on to the show. So hey there, how you been keeping? All right now. So yeah, this is another setup here, like I said, for when I'm doing other things, Zoom calls, client calls, meetings, podcasts, and things like that. I have my computer that's sitting right here. You can see the light on my hand, my computer, the computer screen. And yeah. I just so let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking about this angle. Speaking of podcasts and I guess other videos, a few days ago I joined my buddy Chris Bartley. I've mentioned him a couple of times on this channel, but if you guys haven't had a chance to check out what he's been doing, what he's doing right now, again, I'm going to put another link in the description. But a few days ago, we were talking about storytelling and video and how they work hand in hand. And we just talk about how the look of a channel ties in line with your brand. And we kind of like really get into that and atmosphere. We do a little on lighting, a little on audio, not too much, but we do kind of like break a couple things down. So I just wanted to go ahead and throw some of that on really quickly, just for anyone that's trying to build, trying to grow on this platform, on trying to get better at their Zoom calls, conference calls, anything. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's get some of that going really quickly.
What's up, Gob? Listen, your boy got LASIK surgery done.
What? No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
But if anybody did, let me know. Let me know.
You caught me off guard with that. You did.
Let me know if anybody has done LASIK. Let me know. Now, the reason why I took my glasses off, I think it adds to the dramatic or the cinematic feel that I decided to go with.
Moody feel.
Today. Is it called moody?
Moody. Yeah.
So why do I hear cinematic when I'm watching these videos? They say,
okay, all
for
right,
more cinematic feel.
Okay, so let me
break it down. Break it down.
Let me put you on to something about YouTubery. Okay,
the YouTuberification.
The YouTubery. So there is it's not going on as much as it used to, but there were two words that people used all the time because it increased your chances of getting found on YouTube in the video space. It was epic and cinematic. So if you put in there cinematic B-roll, epic B-roll, cinematic lighting, epic lighting, anything with cinematic and epic, some people even use them together. Like cinematic lighting to make your footage look epic. Epic lighting to make your footage look cinematic. If they were using it so much, it drove me insane but it was to get views. You're using these keywords in order for people to find you, because a lot of people started using those to search.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm looking for cinematic footage, but if you look at cinema, if you look at different movies that are out there, there's nothing that is off limits. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can be outside in bright daylight, and that's what the whole movie is based around, just being outside. You can call that cinematic. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's using cinema, any lighting techniques, any audio techniques, video techniques that's used in cinema can be classified as cinematic.
Yeah.
So it's different things, but you're more like a two-tone, because one half of your face is really lit, the other half is dark. So these are different cinematic looks. Yes,
Yeah.
they're all cinematic looks, but it's just because you're choosing that does not make it cinematic. It's more moody, because then you can use another cinematic lighting and everything, and everything looks very happy. There's also cinematic
Well,
color.
let's be happy then. Let's be happy. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. I wouldn't have thought that a year from now, I'd have controlled lighting. remote controls and stuff, just throwing out. So, okay. All right, but now this is good. This actually is going to tie into our discussion on videography. That's your arena. That is, your lane, your specialty, your expertise, and storytelling. Because you just mentioned something just now, which I think is very interesting. The fact that the word, it was a buzzword, is a buzzword.
Yep.
Like cinematic is being used for everything, and just because lighting is dramatic doesn't make it cinematic. Oh, that rhyme. Ooh, I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna take that. So
just because it's dramatic does not mean
don't make it cinematic, right? And I'm looking at this and saying, okay, so how oftentimes are there cliches in storytelling then? Or even when we have buzzwords that that just kind of, I guess, dilute the potency of what storytelling can be, because everything is just being used with the same word, a cinematic feel. Well, does everything have to be cinematic? That's not rhetorical.
Really? No. Okay. No, not at all. Yeah.
So let's talk about beginning, middle, and end. So we know that all stories need to have a beginning, middle, and for public speaking, if you have a strong beginning and a strong ending, there's grace in the middle.
Yeah.
You can fumble. Yeah. Okay.
It's the same. It's the same.
Okay. So talk about that. Yeah. What does that look like in video world? Like, what do you need, or what should you have? What are some suggestions to have a strong beginning, solid middle? You got to have something in the middle. There's got to be some meat, right? And then a strong ending.
Yeah. So again, it's the same, and well, kind of the same. Because you do need to have a strong beginning, because you got to capture people. And in the world of YouTube, in the world of video, if it's not strong enough, I check out. And checking out live versus checking out on video hurts you more, because if I check out on your video, I might never come back. Where if you're live, you're doing something, you do something that brings everybody back and has everybody laughing, or has everybody intrigued, and I'm sitting in the audience, I'm just like, yo, what just happened? What just happened? You can't do that in a video, because once I lost you, I could lose you forever. So your intros should be strong. And a lot of people like to talk about exactly what they're going to be doing. I don't really do that in mine. I just try to have sometimes is comedy. Sometimes I try to find.
You're good at comedy, by the way.
Appreciate it. Sometimes I try to set up a situation of intrigue. That's what I try to do at the beginning of mine, and then I have my short little intro clip, and then I kind of go into what I'm talking about. And then now holding people, okay, that depends on you. I try to be entertaining. Even with what I'm talking about, I try to be as entertaining as I can to try to hold you all the way through. I actually do not have an ending, and I think that's kind of my ending, because I don't have one. I don't have a sign off. I let you know I don't have a sign off, and I sign off however I'm feeling in the moment.
doing things like this where we're live.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going back to the almost like public speaking, because we want to make sure that there's good stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
But if someone kind of like just jumps on and I'm doing one of my thinking pauses and I stop because I got to think about something and I just lost 3 people. You know what I'm saying? So it's harder, in my opinion, when you're doing things live, but that's the beauty of live. And I think anytime you can really get live down, I think recording is going to be cake. I really do. Anybody that's more of a performer, you can do live. I don't care who you are. If you're a public speaker, if you're a performer, you can do live.
Yeah.
Recording, it's easier because you can cut, redo. Anything you don't like, you just totally cut it out, redo it.
Well, listen, for those of you that are just checking in, and I got to do better with this whole, for those of you that are just checking in, this is what you need, because it's live, right? So we are talking about the nuances, the techniques of storytelling and how it relates to videography, particularly live streaming, particularly post-production videos. And no matter what kind of video you're doing, it's all the same, right? It is you need to have the strong beginning, middle, end, but you also need to be able to help people to anticipate the kind of story, so to speak, the kind of video that they're anticipating, that they should expect. So Brian just broke down 3 just now, and I love this. So we're now talking about from a visual standpoint, without you even saying anything. Everybody's quiet on the set. Somebody checks in, and there's like 3 kinds of looks. Atmospheres. Right. Environments. Yeah. You said moody, daylight, and you said another one. So just go ahead.
Moody, bright, and calm.
Moody, bright, and calm. Y'all better catch these in your spirit. So I'm gonna try to sculpt these as you're talking. So maybe that might be helpful. I gotta stop talking less, because the more I talk, more people just stop watching. So you go ahead and talk about it, and then I'll do it, and you kind of guide me through how I should be doing this.
So your looks don't always say what your video is going to be about. It will say more about who you are versus what your video is going to be about. Because I could be in this look right here and I can be doing nothing but tech reviews on YouTube. I can be in this space and I can do nothing but classes and courses. And I can give courses on anything. I can be doing it on stinking needlework if I want to. But this is going to be more of my brand, more so than what I'm going to be talking about.
Okay.
And maybe depending on what you're talking about, your brand should kind of fall in line with your look. But that's not always true, because if I'm doing photography and video, you're going to see a lot of photography video guys have a very similar look. It's going to be more dark, more moody, but some people really like that bright look. Your lifestyle people, a lot of them have a brighter look. My wife, she watches one YouTuber named Lavender, and her thing is it's a bright look, but it's very calm. The color she uses, the tone of her voice is very, very calm. If you search for like minimalism, minimalist, all those people, their design is on the brighter side a lot of the times. And how they speak is I pick at them when I'm watching, because almost every last one of them talks very low, very calm, almost monotone, but
and what look
chill.
And what look do they have?
A lot of times the look is a little brighter than what we have going on right now.
Do they have like pastels in the bag? And
some of them have pastels. Some of them.
So
not all of them. Most of them, because they're minimalist, is going to be like a black, white, beige. Most of them. Some of them do have a little bit more color. And then your lifestyle guys, a lot of times they're a lot brighter.
Okay.
Some of them actually do a lot of their videos sitting on their balconies out in some field. It's very bright greens, purples, reds, and things all over the place. So it depends on the brand and on the look. Sometimes, and this is something that my business partner and I, we kind of, hey, Miguel, what's going on, man? See, Miguel, he is totally different. Look at it. He's all bright.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at him. You got the greens going.
Yes. This is a great example.
This is a perfect example what we're talking about.
Of like just even branding. So because you just said the mood or the visual environment, the atmosphere doesn't necessarily depict what you're going to talk about as much as who you are as a person.
Yeah.
We just moody people.
Yeah.
Miguel's the bright, calm one. Like,
look at him. We all in the blacks and things. You got the dark skin. Miguel up here smiling. He got. Is that a real plant in the background, Miguel?
No, man. No, sir.
Oh, okay.
No, sir. No, sir. Right. I think we got it for like $5 at Target.
Got you. Yeah. I'm gonna take my
same one. Target, bro. Target.
Target, man. Target. That's it. But you mentioned something earlier about having different setups for different looks in the same space.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the concept that I took. So this is the latest addition to my wife is a YouTuber as well.
Okay.
So this is the latest addition to our look, and we're actually going to flip it. We're going to flip it around in a second. But depending on the time of day, because this is a window right here.
Okay.
It's a massive window.
That natural light coming in. Like
right.
That.
Nice natural light. I might put my back towards it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like kind of a light wrapping around from the back. Just a one light setup. Right.
Okay.
It's just a different feel and different times of day. It works. At night, this is, mostly black. Mm-hmm. I can then use my color lighting to give me a total color background. Same thing with the shelf behind. So one thing we had to learn because of the pandemic is we didn't ask for this. We didn't think we would be creating content in a pandemic, so we had to use the space, use the props, use the, different stuff. So some stuff we had to buy in the pandemic.
Yeah.
But we had to figure out how to reinvent the space that we're in to get the look and the desire that we're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, and that goes right into what we're saying. It's like, what's the brand? What's your brand looking like? Because when your wife shoots her videos, they're kind of bright and nice as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even
brighter.
Even brighter.
Yeah.
My wife's videos, we normally shoot those downstairs because it's a lot brighter downstairs, and we do use our big sliding glass window. We use that for the natural light, and we put a lot of oranges, greens, purples, and all that stuff in her setup. And it's kind of calming because we also have a couple of candles that kind of are lit in the background sometimes. This is mine, man, and when I'm facing the opposite direction, I like depth in mine. I like because I love how far back the plant in the bookcase behind you is sitting. I like that. Yeah. I don't have that much space, so a lot of times when I'm up here, I like shooting to a corner so I can get that depth.
Yeah.
So I mean, it all depends on the brand that you're trying to build. It really is dependent on that.
We were talking about the kinds of beginnings, middles, and ends that you can have for just for a video piece, even if it's live streaming. I remember, us talking over the weekend about preaching in manuscripts, right? And even how that may have something, and we were just talking about public speaking. So let's transition. So Brian, you were just hitting on the kinds of atmospheric scenes you can have. So you've got the moody one, which isn't moody as in like Debbie Downer as much as more dramatic. Is that would that be? Okay.
I like
dramatic is a better term.
Dramatic.
And then you've got bright, which is definitely what Miguel got right now.
Yeah.
But then you also got calm. So what is calm? And then we'll switch over to beginning, middle, and ends. What does that look like? Because
so calm is going to be more in your color choice. So probably not as bright as Miguel. You're probably going to bring that down just a little bit. And then the colors that you're going to use around you are also going to really make someone feel a little bit more calm when they're watching. So Miguel is almost there. What he have, it's there. I mean, he got the voice going and everything. So he's almost right there in that calm space.
Okay.
Yeah. He would probably maybe a more tungsten color light was sitting behind him, kind of like the ones that I have behind me. That color would be sitting behind him somewhere, but yeah, you're going to bring it down just a little bit. Just like if you're feeling more calm, it's not going to be super bright. You're going to bring your lights a little bit dimmer. It's on the verge of sexy, just not that dark.
Gotcha.
I like that.
On the
Yeah.
verge of
It's
sexy.
on the verge of sexy. It's not that dark.
And it's about the color temperature of your even your camera settings. You know, you can mess with that a little bit, depending on your skin tone. That's one of the things that I learned as it pertains to lighting, you know, because we don't really think about lighting unless you're into the space, you know, but what kind of lighting am I using? Is it bringing out the warmer tones of my skin?
Yep.
And then I work on the background, right? So what colors make me feel relaxing? Right.
Yep.
So for some people, it's a little bit more red, or like he was saying, orange or earth tones. It might be a darker room with spots of lighting, and using lower, even your voice. You know, a lower register. You're speaking in softer tones. You're speaking directly into the camera. You're reassuring, just telling people, "Hey, it's going to be a great day."
I'm laughing because that's exactly what Brian did earlier.
I'll tell you, that's what it does.
So it's a total package. It's a total package. Yeah.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on those? The beginning, middles, ends, just crafting an entire storytelling like just experience where people, you just take them on the journey, and when they're done, they feel satisfied. What's that like for you guys?
Okay, so I think I'm more of a novice than Theodore in this space, but what's been working for me is a couple things. One, as you see, when I enter, I'm trying to create energy. You know, my entire look is about creating energy and interest. What's going to spark the attention within the first 3 seconds is going to make people click their video, right? And I'm talking about going live because I'm not on YouTube. So I think it's the same principle when it comes to preaching. When we were in church, when we were in the building, you were competing against the person sitting next to the listener. You're competing against their phone, their devices, their children, their spouses. You're competing against all, you know, this limited amount of distractions, right? Now that we're out, you're competing against the next tab over. You're competing against all the thoughts going in their head. And so you have to be captivating, and you have to create and build that suspension. So I'm going to go live this week about health. Everybody doesn't want to talk about health, nor the health journey. And then, you know, I'm not fit. So I have to create a relationship with my listener to say, hey, I am not an expert. I am here to speak as someone in the journey. And so I have to create that inviting, warm feeling. Let's talk about the struggles. Let's open up. And that requires me being vulnerable about my own situation. So people will feel like, okay, well, we could talk about it now. You know, we could talk about the struggles and the stresses and all this kind of stuff and our relationship with food and working out. And let's create these hurdles. So I am not your expert. I am your fellow sojourner in this space. And so that's the same kind of tactic I take, because yes, I'm a pastor, but I'm also a Christian. I am not the standard. I am working towards it. I just happen to be the one God chooses to bring us on the journey.
So that was it. And if you would like to see the full video, hop on over to Chris's channel, because he has the whole thing there. It's a lot of good stuff in there. It's long, but it's some good stuff in there. But it's long. It's long. And if you would like to see more videos just like that, stay tuned. I got some cool stuff coming. I got some like things in the pipeline, and I'm ready. I'm almost ready to like let that thing come crashing down, like a big tsunami-ish type wave of just some of the most coolest videos and stuff you've ever seen. I'm telling you right now. I'm biased, of course, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna feel the same way. You might not, but I'm pretty sure you will. Maybe. I'm hoping so. I think you will. Maybe. But that's it. I'm not gonna keep this thing going. I got some things to do, and I want an acai bowl. I've been craving it, and I'm gonna go and get one. So I'm about to do that. So until next time, until the next video. I still haven't worked in ending. I haven't even, not at all. I haven't even taken the time. And I know I know what I said. I said I was going to have one. And I don't. Not yet. But I'm going to have one. On the next video, the one that's about the video that's going to come out next, after this one, it's going to have an amazing ending. Okay? It's going to be super cool. Like I said in the last video, it's not going to be corny at all. That's because I don't do corny. That's corny. What is that? No, I don't do that. It's not going to be corny. But you just wait for it. So until next time, keep your fingers out your nose. How about that? Yep. We got COVID and stuff and all that other stuff going on. Just keep your fingers out your nose. Yep.